Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today in this video we are going to deal with built-in functions. In our last video we saw two different types of functions, namely user-defined and built-in functions, and we also saw what is the syntax of creating a function and how we have to write that function. These things we saw in our last video, so this is a continuation of a part 4 video, that is built-in functions. So in this we are going to see some of the inbuilt functions that JavaScript has. We will be seeing about alert of we have already seen, and confirm of function. Actually this is used to confirm. It's like a confirm box whether shall we do yes or no. So related to that this will be coming. And we'll be seeing prompt of. Prompt of is usually it will ask for user input. It asks for user input, so you have to enter. For example, if we have already seen in C++ program, we have scanf function to get the input from the user. So like that, to get the input from the user, we have this prompt of function. And there are also another basic functions like is nan. Nan generally refers to not a number. Nan, that is not a number. That is the full form of nan. So whether it is not a number or not, we can test with the help of this function. And parseInt. ParseInt is a basic function which is used in Java, also used for converting other string to integers. We can convert the string to integers with the help of this parseInt functions. So we will also be seeing parseFloat function, which is used for converting string to float. And we will be seeing eval function. Eval is a function. Evaluate. This is a evaluate function which we can write a sequence of statement within this evaluate function, and we can evaluate by using this function. We can give a sequence of statement, JavaScript statements inside this function, and we can evaluate with this name called evaluate function. And is finite. So is finite of is a function which will check whether it is a finite number or not, or it is a positive number or a negative number, or it is number or not a number. Like that we can test with the help of this is finite function. Then we will also be seeing some functions like Settimeout. Settimeout will set the time within limited period, and it will execute after this time gets over. For example, if I set like for 3000 seconds or something, it should not. So we will be setting like after this time it should wait until this time and then it executes. So for that purpose we can use that Settimeout function. There is also another function called Settimeout function. So these functions will be dealing with today. These are some basic functions which will be building. There are some date functions, string functions, which we'll be seeing in our later quarters of videos. Today we are seeing some of the basic functions only. So let us start with our example. So as we have seen, let's start with our example. We all know about alert of. So I will give some examples with this alert. So alert of, I'm giving us hi. This is an alert function, and I'm going to give confirm of function. Confirm of. So I'm going to give that confirm of shall be confirm, like that. I'm giving some input like that. So let's see the output of here. As I already said, semicolon is not compulsory, but it is better to use. So let's open this in live server. There is a shortcut Control Alt plus O. We can use that also for opening in live server. So hi, shall we confirm, okay or cancel? Right, this is the thing we are getting, and I think you can see now. Let me comment these lines which we have seen in our last videos. Simply you can give control and question mark that button to comment this line. And JavaScript, we have a command line like this. This is a single. We have a command line where we can use like this to command the single line statement. And in HTML, command line is for multi-line command line, we will be using this. So this is for HTML tag. Since we have used a script tag inside the HTML body, if we give control question mark, it will be enough for commenting these times. So now let's move to this. Shall we confirm? We can also open this in Google Chrome also. So for that you have to copy this, and we have a small error. I think you can guess that error. You have to keep here or else it won't work, right? Script tag is necessary. Script tag is very essential for writing our JavaScript program. Okay, and now we can see the output in Google Chrome also, which will be better, which will be where we can see a better output. Okay. In Google Chrome it is much easier. So I am writing this. So I am getting a hi, this is an alert message since we have given alert off, and this is shall we confirm. See, the message which we have given in this confirm of function is displayed here, and it will ask whether to confirm or cancel. Anything you can give. So this is a simple example of confirm. Now let's use prompt. Enter a number. I'm giving, suppose this is this asks for our number, and with that number we can also proceed. I will show you how to proceed with that later. Now we can see the output in Google Chrome itself. Okay, hi, shall we confirm? And it asks for a number, right? So you have to give a number and it will be done. So with this, how we can process this. For example, I'm giving variable input is equal to prompt enter a number, and now you have to display. For displaying, we have document.write function. So you have to display the input plus 10. So let's check how it works, right? So hi, shall we confirm? And at last I'm going to give 90, so the output should be 100. But why this 90 10 has came is that because of that concatenation operator. We have not given it as a number, it just concatenates, because I already said that plus is a concatenation operator. So now let's make a change to display it as a okay, and now as I said, this works like a concatenation operator. Actually, this is a basic error we have made. So for that you can use a different method. So this 10, it works as a number, and this is also a string. It is getting the value as a string. So for that we can use parseInt of So now see what is the output we are getting for this value. Okay, I'm giving 60. Nothing we are getting, right? Can you say what's the reason we are not getting any output? So I asked whether, so if you have any error, you can check with the help of this type of operator. But now I will say why we didn't get. The reason is because of this uh, capital P. I was giving capital P here. So that led to a wrong output. So if you give a capital key, it will not work probably. It will never work because it is a case sensitive language, and this is a parseInt is a built-in function which should be used as if it is mentioned in the programming language itself. So if we give parseInt and plus 10, we can get the output. So let's see the output. This is for confirm, this is for prompt. I'm giving 90 as my input value, and I can see 100 as the output value. So you can get the input from the user, and you can use that for your later usage also. You can store it in a variable, and for later usage it will be helpful if you store in a variable. So we have also seen parseInt. The same way you can use parsefloat. Now we can also use, let me erase this. Now we will be using this NaN. So is NaN of 30 is not a number of 30. What it will return is, it should return false. Okay, let's check. Already. Why? So we have seen the output. Why we are not getting the output is the same error, the same in NaN. So it should be in this spelling, should be here, in this line. You can also check some documentation for JavaScript where you can find several other functions. So with that you will be able to check with the spelling. And okay, so false. As I said, yes, NaN of 30 is a false because 30 is absolutely a number, but we are checking whether it is not a number. It is a number, so it returns false. 30 is a number, but we are checking whether it is not a number. If it is not a number, it will return true. That's what we have checked. That's why we got the output as false. For example, if I check hi or enough, let's see the output. So if you check here, true, because hi is not a number. Absolutely, it is a string value. So you can check in this way also. And then we will see is finite. So if you are struggling with the spelling or mistakes, you can see the suggestions here in Visual Studio Code, so you will not be able to make any mistakes. So it's finite. Whether we have to find it is finite or not. So now let's see. False. It's false because it is not finite. Hi is a string. How can it be a finite value? So definitely it's not finite. If we give 90, it is a finite value, so it is returning true, right? And then we can deal with the eval, right? So I am giving eval of variable x is equal to 1 console.log of x. Let's see the output. So this is probably true and this is 16. And console output can be seen only in the console window. So you have to press F12 for viewing the output. So in that console, I have 1 as my output. So what this is able to do is we can execute a bunch of JavaScript statements by mentioning it inside the eval function. So if you can give me any number of statements here. I have given 2 statements, that is variable x is equal to 1, and I'm printing the value of x in the console window, that is variable x is equal to 1 console.log of x. So this one should be displayed in the console window, and it is displayed here. So you can see it clearly. For viewing the console window, you should click on F12. You should press the button F12, and these sources, networks, you can also see some resolution part here. For example, see, this is one kind of resolution, that is 400 cross 691. So I have given a sequence of statements within this variable, within this eval function, and I am executing this with the help of eval function. And now we are going to see Settimeout function. So what Settimeout function does is that it executes a given function after waiting for some time. It will wait for some time, for how much seconds we have given. It will wait for certain period of time, and then it starts executing the other function. For example, I am giving in this way that function, as we already see in our part 4 video, that function syntax is function name. So I'm giving nf as my function name, and I'm going to give console.log of, or I'm giving console.log itself, and I'm going to give as subscribe. So in this, I'm going to set the time, set timeout. Click this because we don't know spelling correctly, so better to use the suggestions given there. So set timeout, and I'm going to call this function. So for that you have to actually keep the setout timer function outside, and I'm going to call this function after 30 seconds. Usually we have seen a syntax for invocation also, that is simply nf of is an nf for invocation. But usually we'll be giving here as called this nf of, we'll be giving like this, but here I'm giving it in set timeout function, and I'm saying the function to wait for 3 seconds, and I'm going to display my output after 3 seconds. So first output will be displayed. So first output will be displayed immediately, and then later output will be displayed later. Okay. Better to close this. Wait. Let's clear these things. So while everything can clear. So now let me call this function. Okay, I'm going to give F12. Already it is 3 seconds, so the output should come, that is 2 subscribe. Subscriber has been printed for 2 times. Let me show in document or write or alert with alert itself, so it will be very useful for learning. It will be very useful. So subscribe, and after 3 seconds the subscribe will be coming. So Why after before 3 seconds came is I have called here. So let us comment this or let us delete this and let wait for 3 seconds and we can see the output here. Okay. Let me wait for 10 seconds. Okay. So I was giving this NFF function. Since this NFF function is called, it will not see the time here. It will only execute. That is the use of calling this function in timeout. So now if I give only the function name inside this set timeout, it will wait for nearly 10 seconds and it will give us output as subscribe. So let us see the output here. So you have to wait for 10 seconds to see the output. So I think time got over and we are getting subscribe. Yeah, this is the use of this. You can also use set interval. I'll say the example with this also because we are giving this enough of here also, right? So now we will be seeing first enough of for subscribe and after 10 seconds another subscribe should be printed. Yeah, so we got the output. And now we will see set interval. This set interval we can use the same syntax. Let's say it's the same thing and I'm setting the time to 3000. But there is a difference between these 3000 and this set interval and set timeout. What it does is it executes the function NF every 3 seconds repetitively. So that is the difference between set timeout and set interval. So after 3 seconds subscriber will come and again subscribe off after 3 seconds and now again subscribe off. So you can see for clear output let us delete this for clear understanding and now we can see, wait, I'll reload it. Okay, and 1 2 3 after 3 seconds you'll be getting another subscribe after 3 seconds. Yeah, so this is the difference between set interval and set timeout. Set interval will be executing repeatedly every 3 seconds and set timeout will wait for a certain period of time and it will execute after it. So this is some of the built-in functions. This is the general built-in functions. So we'll be dealing with string functions, date functions later part of the video. In next part of my video, we'll be seeing some scopes and events. So about scopes, what we have seen in C, C++, the same thing will be proceeding, but we will have some extra scope operators in JavaScript also. So we'll be dealing with that later. So please subscribe my video and bye, take care.